Hey, I'm doing something a bit different today. My animation series has ended and I've been watching a lot of challenge videos of new Super Mario Bros Wii. One challenge idea I've had that doesn't seem to have been tried before. Can you beat new Super Mario Bros Wii with only spin jumps and banning the easy mode propeller mushroom? And now for the obligatory Steve and Nico reference. The rules are simple. For this challenge, using the jump button will be banned for all purposes related to jumping. The jump button, which is the 2 button, is also used to advance through the title screen, so obviously it can't be banned entirely. Also, it's used for swimming. This one's a little more debatable, because it is in gameplay, but is swimming a jump? I don't think it is. I'm going to say swimming is acceptable, but jumping out of the water is not acceptable. If we're forced into any water levels, this is the rules the challenge will go by. And of course, the propeller would make this whole run easy, so it is banned. Shaking the Wii remote to gain vertical height will be our only way to complete this challenge. And of course, using multiplayer is allowed and will be necessary. With that out of the way, let's get right into it. Starting with 1-1, this level is really easy. We won't be grabbing the propeller, but all other power-ups are allowed. We can breeze through this level. In 1-2, it's also really easy. There are a few jumps to watch out for, but nothing too difficult. In 1-3, well, let's talk about that a little bit. We run into a problem here. There are some ledges that are just barely too high for Mario to reach, but not for Luigi. We'll need to carry Luigi through multiple levels, and by adding a second Wii remote, we can carry Luigi and have him spin jump out of Mario's arms to scale these ledges. Bubble Mario by pressing A, and we can be moved right back to Luigi. Spin jumping out of each other's arms and popping each other's bubbles will be our main form of vertical movement here. We don't need him for most of the level, but we'll reach this point. 1-3 is interesting because of its secret exit. To make the least work for ourselves, we'll want to take the secret exit from 1-3 to World 5, and then the secret exit in World 5 to take us to the final world, World 8. But let's come back to that. We'll want to save our progress as soon and as much as possible. We can only do that by defeating bosses in tower or castle levels. Or saving the first time you enter a world, so you can save by using the cannon, but only once. So let's come back to the cannon and first talk about 1-tower. Completing 1-3 the normal way, we only need Luigi once for this jump after the Hammer Bros. For 1-tower, we'll also need to bring Luigi. 1-tower is a vertical level, which might seem difficult for a challenge that limits your vertical ability, but using 2 players, you'll make it to the top with no real difficulty. Larry Koopa is easy to defeat, and now we can save. I'll be replaying this tower every time I clear another level to save my progress. Now let's go back and talk about the 1-3 secret exit. The way you're intended to reach it is by taking a propeller from 1-1, which is banned, or using Yoshi to flutter jump up there. We can't use Yoshi either because attempting to spin jump forces you off Yoshi, so he's pretty useless without being able to leave the ground. So what do we do instead? We take 4 players through the level up to the point with the secret exit. Position 1 player on the semi-solid close to this ledge, bounce a second player onto the ledge. Now get all of the players to bounce on each other's heads, creating a stack of all 4 players bouncing on each other. Actually, only 3 are necessary, but I bought 4 anyway. So, by all bouncing on each other's heads and spin jumping with all the players, you can get the top player to reach the off-screen ledge and run to the right into the pipe. Just run to the right to reach the flag, and hopefully you'll have enough time left on the timer to do so. And now we've unlocked the cannon, let's use it and go to World 5. On to 5-1. One thing to note, there's water in this level. Make sure not to fall in because you won't be able to jump out. Avoid the piranha stalkers and take your time on the rotating platform section, which you can't skip by swimming through it here. There's no real hard parts to this level. Now you unlock 5-2 and 5-3, but before that you unlock the piranha creeper fight and the Toad House. Defeat the piranha creeper, which is not a challenge. Now about the Toad House. It contains a mini mushroom which will be essential to our run because mini Mario can spin jump much higher than regular Mario. Before attempting the Toad House, go back and save your progress at 1-tower. Now in the Toad House, make sure to get a mini mushroom. You can look up Toad House item placements to cheat a little. There's one more very useful trick here. By completing any World 5 level with the last 2 digits on the timer being 44, 55, 66, 77, or 88 in 2-player mode, a red Toad House with the power-up panels will appear at the start of the world. I recommend running through 5-1 multiple times with Luigi in his bubble in order to stock up on mini mushrooms. Now you can use the mini mushroom. I would recommend going back to 1-tower and saving again, and adding 4 players before you use the mini mushroom to give all of them the mini mushroom. You might need them. Back to World 5 we have the split path between 5-2 and 5-3. 5-2 is not difficult at all, so I would recommend that one. But it's time for 5-Tower. This level, oh boy. Funny story, I really didn't think this one was possible. That's why I have so many lives in the clips I recorded here. I'm on another file because I wanted to show you 5-Tower, but I didn't want to waste my time quitting to the menu and restarting from 1-Tower every time I die on an impossible level. Or at least, so I thought. Here's the problem, a mini mushroom is necessary for gaining height, but it's slow and you have to wait to fall back down to the last one, spin jumping up each semi-solid platform one by one. The problem is there's moving spiked walls, we can't afford to be slow. By using Mini Mario and Mini Luigi, we can carefully ascend. It's not too difficult, you'll make it up to the checkpoint without too much issue. After that there's a section of walls that move about 2/3 of the way across the level, and there's officially no safe spots to land anymore. You have to move quickly, and I had to get really good at using 2 controllers at once. At the time that I scripted this, I really was convinced that it wasn't possible, and then I recorded it to show that it wasn't possible, and managed to complete it. Assuming World 5 wasn't possible, the alternate route would be going back to World 1 and completing it all the way through, then going all the way through World 2, and taking the cannon from World 3 to World 6. As it turns out, that's not necessary because World 5 is possible. I'll be making a part 2 anyway to show the worlds I tested. So as it turns out, 5-Tower is possible with Mini Mario and Mini Luigi. At the top though, make sure to grab a power-up because you can't damage the bosses while Mini. When you're Mini, the only way to damage enemies is by ground pounding, and that move is restricted. You can't ground pound out of a spin jump. But after all that, it is possible, and we have 2 levels left of World 5. 5-4 and 5-Ghost House. 5-4 isn't easy, but it's not made any more difficult by only spin jumping. 5-Ghost House isn't any more difficult either. Just have to know where the secret exit is, and do some light platforming, pun intended. And now we're done with World 5, enter the cannon and blast off to World 8. Now we're in the home stretch. Starting off with 8-1, we're forced to go fast to avoid the toxic cloud, but the hard part is, we have to avoid falling meteors with very little control over our jumps. With some luck though, we can avoid all the meteors and reach the end. In 8-2, we're taken to an underground cave. There's lots of spike balls and fast rolling hills. You can float over most of the level pretty easily. Just gets a little difficult when trying to get to the secret exit, but not by much. Just squeeze past those spike balls with good timing and we can beat this level no problem. The secret exit has really fast rolling hills and is littered with Goombas towards the end, but it's manageable. Now we unlock 8-7. This is a spine coaster level that goes very fast at parts. I was worried the slow falling of Mini Mario would be a problem, but actually this was the easiest level of World 8. The slow falling of the mini mushroom allows you to jump over 2 lava geysers at once. We can go straight from here to 8-airship. In most challenge runs, this level isn't a big threat, but here, this may be the worst jumpless level in the game. It was so close to being a run killer. How? Well, let's look at that. Most of the level is fine with the mini mushroom. You can get to the checkpoint without too much difficulty. But once you get the checkpoint, I'd recommend dying so you can go back to the world map. Add in Luigi, he's essential for this boss fight. And what helps the most in this fight is bringing a power-up like an ice flower to give you both multiple hit points. Using the bros to bounce off each other, you don't even need the mini mushroom to get from the checkpoint to the boss arena. Now popping out of your bubble and ground pounding through this crate, or by walking off the tall crate and ground pounding with good timing, you can enter the boss arena. But in here, there's no ledges to walk off of, and you can only hit Junior by ground pounding to bounce the bombs back at him. So what you'll have to do is wait in this corner, start bouncing on Luigi's head, wait for the bomb to line up under Bowser Jr., and then ground pound so the bomb bounces. Here's where this level gets difficult. Junior will start spitting fireballs at you. You'll need to constantly keep moving to avoid them. It's honestly really difficult to keep both of the bros safe from the fireballs. But if you do that, Bowser Jr. will launch his next bomb at you, and then he'll still keep spitting fireballs. So return to the corner and start waiting to line up the shot, but you'll still have to watch out for those fireballs. If you do it well, you'll be able to launch the bomb back at him with at least one bro still alive, and Bowser Jr. finally goes down. Whew. After trying this level for 30 minutes non-stop, I finally beat it and we can move on to the final level, the home of Bowser himself, 8-Castle. Most of this level is pretty easy with the mini mushroom. You won't need Luigi at all anymore. You can make it through the first section easily with a mini mushroom, and same for the second section with the falling lava. Get your checkpoint and enter the boss corridor. Carefully make your way to Bowser. There's not much he can do to hit you. Run under him with good timing and hit that switch. and we have saved Princess Peach. Not quite yet. Bowser is back bigger than ever. We have to use his fire to break away openings to flee through. This section isn't really that bad. We'll soon make it to the section with all the floating platforms. As long as you keep your mini mushroom, this part is doable, but it's not easy. With spin jumps, there's no way to speed up or slow down your fall, and you'll occasionally fall right into a lava wave. And the problems aren't over yet. There's this one little section where you normally either have to wall jump up or propeller through. We can't do either. Just wait right before that section, and one of Bowser's fireballs will probably open the way for you. Carefully spin jumping from platform to platform, eventually we can reach the end and spin jump onto that switch. Finally! We've just beaten New Super Mario Bros Wii without ever using that dumb jump button for any jump-related purposes. We proved the only method of jumping we need is shaking the remote, and we don't need the help of the propeller mushroom. Yes, New Super Mario Bros Wii is possible by only spin jumping. Thanks to Waluigi Goes Wa, Pillbox, Mayro, Nico BBQ, and Steve Gaming for inspiring this challenge. I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's the point of the video where I ask you to like and subscribe. I mean, you've watched all the way to the end, you probably want to see more, right? Part 2 will come out very soon, where I will talk about the alternate route through World 1, World 2, World 3, and World 6. Thanks for watching the video. Peace.